Welcome back. For this video, head over to section 8 of our starter files, which is for the switch statement. This is a final type of conditional statement, which we're going to cover. In a way, switch does a similar job to the if-else statements we've already looked at, but the difference is we can check against as many conditions as we want. Then we add a break statement to break out of the switch once a match is found. Let's give this a try in our switch statement section of the starter code. So down in between the scripts, let's begin again with a variable. So I'm going to set this to be food, and this can be any food we want. Let's start with eggs. We then create a switch statement, and the syntax is similar to the if statement. Inside of the brackets, we add the condition that we want to test against. We want to check the food variable. So inside the switch statement, we can add various cases to check if they match this food variable. So first of all, let's add a case. So we'll say pizza. So this checks if pizza matches this variable. If it does, we add the colon, and then we can declare on the next line what we want to do. So let's simply do a console log, and then we'll say pizza is awesome. Just like that. And then we can add the break keyword. We add break to break out of the switch statement if this is a match. If it's not, it then moves on to the next case. So let's add a new case here. And then we can check a second condition. So let's say eggs. If this is a match, we then want to do a console log to display the message of eggs are awesome. Then we add the break keyword again just afterwards. And let's add one more case. And this time we'll add bacon, the colon, and then a console log. And let's say bacon is awesome. And then once more, break out with the statement. Okay, so that's our switch statement all together there. So just to recap, we're creating a variable called eggs. We're then checking for matches inside a switch statement. So if the case of pizza is a match, we then print out the text of pizza is awesome. If it is, we then break out with this statement and we don't check any of the extra cases below. If it's not a match, which it isn't in this case, then it moves down to eggs and then displays the text of eggs are awesome. But this time, because it's a match, we will break out of this switch statement. So therefore, it won't even check this next one. So let's give that a save and reload the browser. Open up the console. And there we go. So eggs is a match. Therefore, we get the text of eggs are awesome. But what do we do if none of these cases are a match? For this, we add a default, which acts as a fallback. So right at the very bottom, I'm going to add a default. And then just after this, we can add a console log. Then for the text, let's say I love, then add a space. And then we can add the name of our food with a semicolon at the end. Save that and then reload the browser. We still get the text of eggs are awesome because we have a match. However, if we go up and change this food to be anything else, such as cheese, which won't match any of these three cases, therefore the default will kick in. Reload. And there we go. So we get the text of I love, and then we pass in the variable of food, which is cheese. Note that in this default case, we've left out the break keyword because it's at the end of the switch statement. We can add this default anywhere we want, but remember to also use a break if it's not at the very end. We can also change things around a little too. If we wanted the same outcome for multiple cases, we can just combine them like this. So let's say after pizza, we can add a second case. And let's go for pasta. Again with the colon afterwards. So now if the case of food matches pizza or pasta, we can then say, I love Italian. So save. So let's keep this as cheese for now. We get the fallback. And if we change this to be pasta, reload, I love Italian, and then pizza, and we still get I love Italian. With switch statements, we can also go on with as many cases as we want. Now it's time to move on to building a little game to put the things we have learned in this section into practice.